All right, so I hope you feel like we're getting somewhere because we are. Let's have a closer look now at the if-else-if ladder statement, as well as the nested if statement syntax. So first, the Java if-else-if ladder statement executes one condition from multiple statements. And then secondly, the nested if statement represents the if block within another if block. So here, the inner if block condition executes only when the outer if block condition is true. All right, so let's stop talking and do up some examples with the if ladder and nested if statements. In the exercise project, right-click on the decision-making package and select New Class. Specify the class name as If Ladder Nested If Statement and select the checkbox for the main method. Now first, we'll need to import the scanner class for getting that input from the user, right? And we'll choose Import Scanner Class in java.util package to import the scanner class. And now we get a message to enter age by using the print method. So let's declare a variable, your age, with the int type, and assign the next int method of scanner class to this variable. Now let's start to write the if statement. If your age is less than 13, then we'll print you are a child to the output. Else, if your age is less than 19, then we will print you are a teenager to the output. If your age is greater than 19, else statement is executed, and we will print you are an adult to the output. So if all test conditions are false, the code's inside the body of the else statement is executed, right? Okay, so let's run the code. On the console screen, we enter 8. 8 being less than 13. So the first if statement is executed, and the output is you are a child. Let's run the code again, and we'll enter 15. The program checks first the if statement. 15 is less than 13, so the first if statement is not executed, right? The second if statement is checked. 15 is less than 19, so yes, this condition is true, and the statement is executed. So the output is, you are a teenager. So let's run the code again, and let's enter 45. The program checks the first if statement. 45 is greater than 13, so that condition is false. Then it checks the second if statement. 45 is greater than 19, so the condition is false. Then the else statement is executed, so the output is you are an adult. Now let's add a nested if statement into the else statement. If your age is less than 65, then we will print you are an adult to output. And then when we add the else statement, that means that if your age is greater than 65, we will print out you are a senior to the output. Okay, so now let's run the code. And in the console screen, we'll enter 56. Else statement is executed because 56 is greater than 13 and 19. And the else statement, 56 is less than 65, so the if statement is executed, and the output is you are an adult. All right, so let's run the code again. Let's enter 68. In the else statement, 68 is greater than 65, so the else statement is executed, and the output is you are a senior. See how that works? So now let's write a Java program to find the largest of three numbers and implement a nested if statement. We'll use the scanner class for getting input from the user, and we'll show a message to enter three numbers by using the print method. So let's declare four variables that their names include number 1, number 2, number 3, and largest number with the int type, and assign the next int methods of the scanner class onto these variables. So now let's start to write the if statement. If number 1 is greater than or equal to number 2, this is outer if. So if we add the nested if statement, if number 1 is greater than or equal to number 3, then assign number 1 to the largest number, else assign number 3 to the largest number, Okay, so let's continue with the outer else statement. So we add nested if statement again. If number 2 is greater than or equal to number 3, then assign number 2 to the largest number. Else, assign number 3 to the largest number. All right, so let's print the largest number to the output by using our print method. And then finally, we'll have to close up the scanner object by using the close method. Okay, so let's run the code. Now, on the console screen, we'll enter 6, 5, and 12. So our program checks the outer if block first. 6 is greater than 5. The condition is true, so the outer if block is executed. And then in the outer if, the program checks the inner if 6 is less than 12. The condition is false, so the inner if is not executed, and the else statement is executed. You with me? And then 12 is printed out as the largest number. All right, so let's run the code and enter different numbers, such as -2, 1, 0. Largest number is obviously 1. So sure enough, in this lecture, I think you can play them back again, but I think that we did enough examples to understand the if statements. But to get used to it, to make it repetitive, to make it a habit, you should do some more exercises.